In this video, I'm going to show you how to add photographs and captions to your comic layout. First of all, let's take a look at the Layers panel over here. So you can see that each image has a colored folder set or group set. So this is image 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 on the left side. LP is left page, and here is RP for right page. So if I want on the left side, image number 2, this one, I can go over here and look for left page image 2 and click on it. And of course, the other way that you can do that as a shortcut is to make sure that when you select the Move tool, there is Auto Select Layer and Show Transform Control, and you can see that number 2 is selected. But if I click over here, then this is image number 1 on RP, which is right page. And each one of these has a little arrow next to it, and when you open it up, some of them have a text background and some of them don't, and they all have an image. So let's say that I want to put a picture in this first opening right here. So I'll go ahead and click it with the selection tool to select it. So if I look over here, I can see that image 2 is selected. Then I will go to File, Open, and navigate to my folder. And let's say this is the one I want to use. So I will open it and rotate it. So image rotation 90 degrees counterclockwise, and then take the tab, click on it, and drag it to the side. Now, with the Move tool still selected, I will grab this and drag it over. The plus sign shows that it's adding to this page. Now, because I have Show Transform controls on, I have these little handles around the edges. So I would just hold down Shift and Alt on the keyboard, and that will make the image shrink equally from all sides. So I'll get approximately the right size and then move it, shrink it a little bit more, and I'll unshrink it, enlarge it just a little bit. Okay, so that looks like approximately the right size. So I'll go ahead and click the check mark here. And I'll put this back up here. I don't need it anymore. So now over here in the Layers panel, this is Layer 1, the one that I just added above image 2. So now with this selected, I'll hold down the Alt key on the keyboard and hover the cursor until I get this symbol. And then click, and now the image is inside the box, and I can move it around so that I can see all of the objects, something like that. Now what I don't want is there to be a white area on the side where the image doesn't completely fill the box. So this right here looks pretty good. Okay, so that is the process that you use to fill all of your boxes, and now I'm going to show you how to make some text. So let's say I want to put some text down here in this panel. So I'm going to use the magnifying glass and magnify this a little bit and get the text tool. So the text right now is set to black, and I think Calibri is a nice font. It doesn't look, it's subtly comic looking without being too over the top. So I'll choose that one. I'm going to guess that size 12 will be a pretty okay size. So now I'm going to click and drag a box on here. And the reason that I'm clicking and dragging is that when I type inside of here, it will stop when it gets to this corner, and it will return back down to the other side. If I don't click and drag a box, it'll just keep typing and typing and typing and typing all the way across the page, and then I'll have to go back and hit enter where I want it to go down. So this is saving some steps. So let's see, I'll say okay, so I can't see my text, and let's see why. because I have this down in the right page, image 1 folder, which is definitely the wrong spot. So let's take the text, click it, and drag it up into the correct folder. There we go. And now we can see it. So text tool, size 12. Okay, so the class walked into the museum. I'm just going to make some stuff up to look at the artwork. And I'm going to purposely misspell a few things here because I want to point out that Photoshop does not have autocorrect on your spelling. So you're going to have to be more careful. Perhaps if write something in Word first to proof it and then copy and paste it into Photoshop, that would work out well. So let's see what happens. The students stood. Okay, and so now you can see that my text isn't showing up anymore. And what I need to do to reveal it is click this and drag it down. So now I can see my text on the sides. So if your text is too long for the box, you might have to shrink the font size. So I'll go ahead and click this little check mark. Now I'm going to show you how to make a speech bubble. So I want my speech bubble to be white. So I'm going to click this little double-headed arrow to flip these. And with this shape tool right here, I'm going to click and hold on it and get the custom shape tool. And up on the shape tool menu bar, I've already added the talk bubbles, but I want to show you how to do it. So you click the little gear icon and go to talk bubbles and click OK. Oopsies. Talk bubbles. Replace the current shapes with the talk bubbles append. Okay, so there we go. So let's say I'll use this one right here. So I'll click and drag above the teacher's mouth. I can move it over. I don't really want to cover her ears. So let's try this. I'll go to Edit, Transform, Flip Horizontal. And now I want to change this little pointy thing to be going the right way. So I'm going to enlarge this. And I will click on this little black arrow down here, which is the path selection tool. And I'll grab just this tip. Okay, let's click off of it, grab just the tip. Okay, let's get the white arrow. There we go. Grab just the tip. There we go. And I can make it go the right way. So let's shrink that a little bit. Okay, great. So now let's add some text to that. So I want my text to be black, and I went back to Myrid Pro. Let's see if I can change it to Calibri and size 12. Alright, let's see if that works. So notice that when I hover the cursor over the talk bubble, I get a circle instead of a square. That means it's going to put the text inside the bounding box of the bubble. So I'll click that and let's see. This artwork was made by. Okay, and this is not the font that I chose. Calibri. There we go. So maybe I'll make it size 10. Was made by ... Okay, so I don't like the way that the T and the K are touching the top of the bubble. So let's see if we can fix that. So with the text tool only, not with the move tool, I can make this a little bit smaller so it's not touching all of the edges. And click the check mark. And right now it has this black line on it, but when you click off to a different layer, the black line disappears. Okay, I think that is about it for the instructions that you need to complete this project, so have fun!